again, today is Saturday. It's February the 9th. This week we've had temperatures from 30 all the way up to the 80s. Yes, indeed. God is still in control. Just watch him work. Yes, indeed. Anyway, I'm coming on today. It's not going to be a long video, but I just want to talk about something. And what I want to talk about is the correlation between your income tax and life insurance. And there's really not one, but this is for those individuals who right now don't have income, don't have life insurance, but are gonna get an income or expecting an income tax check. One thing that I do not like is when a person died, the family needs to set up a GoFundMe to bury him. And I can recall one time on Facebook, it was a young man and something had happened and he was killed maybe in a car accident or something. I can't really recall the specifics of that incident. But this young man, every time you seen him, he had on a different pair of Nike tennis shoes. He was always starched and ironed. And when he died, his family had to start a GoFundMe page to bury him. And that's sad. Because if you're a person who gets an income tax check, you can call around and find an insurance company. If you don't want to carry an extra expense during the year, every month, you can go and find your insurance company where you can pay up your insurance for the whole year from your income tax. And you won't miss the money because you hadn't gotten it anyway. So I would recommend that anybody who don't have insurance, life insurance, go ahead and purchase it that way. Most companies will give you life insurance as a benefit. I know every company, well, the other companies, the way I work at now, there's a life insurance policy, but it's not equivalent to your your annual income. But in my other places that I worked, your life insurance was equivalent to your annual salary. And then you can pay for insurance that will be from 1 up to 8 times your annual salary. So it's very important. You don't want to leave that burden on your loved ones. They're already grieving for you, and then you leave them with the burden of trying to bury you. I think that's selfish, y'all. I really do. And I'm not saying this to be mean. I'm not. But some things it's a priority and you just have to make a sacrifice to do it. You can check with State Farm. You can check with some insurance companies offer the insurance as payroll deducted. You can do it that way. Some of them you can pay in installments. You can pay, like I say, do an annual thing if it's going to be a hardship for you. Because the way earned income credit is like that bell curve. And if I had paper, I would show it to you. If you don't make any money, you don't get any earned income credit. And if you max out, you don't get anything. But up there, say if from 0 to it stops at 38,000, right? So if you don't make anything, you don't get any earned income credit. If you make 38,000, you don't get anything because you maxed out. But smack up in the middle, if it's 38,000, at 19,000 you get the max, whatever it is, depending on how many dependents you have. And I think I may do a more specific video on that. But what I want to say about that is, if you're making $18,000 a year, that's not a lot of money. That's below poverty level. But when you get that income tax, that earned income credit, you're going to get the most if you have any dependents. Take some of that money and dedicate that to life insurance. It will be easier for you and your if you have kids, for your kids in the event that it's you that pass, and then for your family. You know, it's very, very, very important. It really, really is. I read a story the other day where a little girl had died. She was a little elementary school kid, and they had started a GoFundMe for the kid because she died unexpectedly, and of course there wasn't insurance. But why of course? I think insurance should be a necessity. You understand? This is not in a way to put anybody down at all. But what I'm saying is we have to be prepared. We have to be prepared. Because we never, ever know. We never, ever know. I mean, it's the same as with car insurance. You know, you have to have it. You may not ever use it, but in the event, one thing you're gonna do though, you're gonna die one day. So that's a benefit you know that you're gonna eventually use. You could even go to there are some funeral homes now where you can go to the funeral home and make arrangements. Say you get a $9,000 policy. You pay on that policy till you pay the $9,000. I think is how it works, and then it's paid out. You could do it that way. Find your insurance, find your funeral home, and do it that way, and pay $1,000 a year. I'm telling y'all, it's very important. It's a necessity. It's a necessity. I'm reaching out because I have seen this, and it's so sad. Families have to get together and put pennies together. I've seen it here recently where people couldn't afford to do repast. That's the dinner after the funeral to get together as a family because they had to put the money together to bury it. I just think that's so sad. I really, really do. I really do. And like I said, it's not to be condescending in any way. In any way, that is not my intent. But like I said, I'm here if I can help somebody. As a young single parent, I had to make decisions regarding myself and my children. At one time, I was in school and working. I was just working part-time, but I maintained a house and everything because I hustled. You know, like I said, I delivered telephone books, I sold candy, I sold pickles. I mean, I just did whatever I had to do. And but I always kept insurance. You know, I always kept insurance. And now my daughters are grown. They know they have their own insurance policies. My daughter has insurance on my grandson. I have it on my son. You know, but those are things that you have to prepare for. Nobody knows our future but God. Like I said in another video, we plan, but God's will is gonna be done. You know, I just that saddens me. That saddens me. But everything I say, y'all, and everything I do here is out of love. I'm serious because I just want to reach out and I just want to help somebody. If you don't know how to get started doing something and you don't want to ask anybody, a lot of times people make you feel dumb or ignorant or stupid or unworthy when you ask questions. No question is a stupid question. If you have anything you want to know about anything, you can ask me. You can ask me. If you go to my about page, you'll see my email address. You can email me. It'll just be a conversation between the two of us. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes, but God has given me a sense of discernment about a lot of things, and I can help a lot of people, and I have. And everything I do, I don't publicize. You know what? It's all for Him. God gets the glory. What I do, I don't do for public display. If you need anything, if you want to know how to go about anything, if I don't know, I'll find out. I'll send you in the right direction, okay? I love y'all. Thanks to all my new subscribers. I told y'all I'm over 500K. You know, I accept all kind of criticism, good and bad. Now, this is the thing about me. If you want to tell me a better way to do something and you're condescending in your tone, I really don't take I don't take to that very kind, because I'm a kind person and I expect you to be kind. You know, you don't have to put anybody else's light out for yours to shine. So you may know something that I don't, but then nobody knows everything. You can learn from a baby. But I love everybody. I'm here to help. If you have any questions about anything, just ask. All right, I'm going in here in Kroger and see what they have on sale. I'm trying to start shopping on Saturday for the week. The only problem with that is I don't know if it's that y'all had that problem of vegetables and produce. Certain things just don't keep all week. So like if I'm gonna do a salad or sandwiches that require lettuce and tomato, I have to go to the store that day because I don't like it after it's set up in the refrigerator. The texture changes. So I may be a little weird with that, but that's just how I am. Okay, I love y'all. Y'all be blessed. Have a good day.